Health 54 right here on your digital first Pan-African News Network, TOS Television. I am Rose Audu. The Plateau State government on Wednesday said the death toll in the cholera outbreak in the state had risen to 8. The State Commissioner for Health, Ninkongla, who disclosed this in an interview with a local news agency in Jos on Wednesday, also said a total of 512 persons had been infected with the disease. According to him, out of the total number of infected persons, 484 patients had been discharged from various hospitals where they were receiving treatment. And the World Health Organization says an estimated 600 million people fall ill after eating contaminated food, while some 420,000 people die of same cause every year. The head of mission and representative of World Health Organization Nigeria, Walter Kasadi Mulumbo, who made the disclosure recently in Abuja, said everyone, irrespective of their age, gender, health, and economic status, has the right to have access to safe, sufficient, and nutritious food. Adding that, safe food assures improved nutrition, promotes health and vitality of families and communities. Mulumbo explained that in order to address the challenge in 2018, the United Nations General Assembly adopted Resolution 73 of 250 proclaiming 7 June as World Food Safety Day. Taking into account the global burden of foodborne disease, which affect individuals of all ages, in particular children under 5 years and persons living in low-income regions. And the Ministry of Agriculture in China has confirmed an outbreak of H5N8 avian influenza in wild birds in the northwestern province of Shaanxi. The outbreak at the Hongjianou Reserve in the city of Shamu sickened and killed 4,249 birds, the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Affairs said in a statement. The 6 cases of highly pathogenic avian flu reported across China this year have been isolated incidents and there has been no regional outbreak, it added. And the third member of a panel of outside advisors to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has resigned in protest over the agency's decision to approve Biogen Alzheimer's disease treatment despite the committee's recommendation against doing so. Aaron Kazalhem, a professor of medicine at Harvard Medical School, who had served on the FDA's advisory committee for nervous system drugs since 2015, told Newsmen on Thursday he was stepping down from the panel. And the World Health Organization Regional Director for Africa, Moshidiso Moeti, speaking at a virtual media briefing, said unless Africa receives 225 million more doses of COVID-19 vaccine, nearly 90% of its population will miss the September target of vaccinating 10% of its population. This is even as 47 of 54 countries in Africa may not meet the vaccination target unless urgent actions are taken. This further means that only 7 African countries are set to meet the September target. This is TOS Television, your digital first Pan-African News Network, and you're watching Health 54. More stories after this time out. Welcome back. As Africa approaches 5 million COVID-19 cases, the number of cases is rising week by week, with over 88,000 cases reported in the week ending June 6. The pandemic is trending upwards in 10 African countries, with 4 nations recording a spike in new cases of over 30% in the past 7 days. Compared with the previous week, 72% of all new cases were reported in Egypt, South Africa, Tunisia, Uganda, and Zambia, and over half were recorded in 9 southern African countries. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is hopeful the group of 7 nations will agree to donate at least 1 billion COVID-19 vaccine doses to poorer countries during its summit starting Friday and help inoculate the world by the end of next year. Just hours after U.S. President Joe Biden vowed to supercharge the battle against the coronavirus with a donation of 500 million Pfizer shots, Johnson said Britain would give at least 100 million surplus vaccines to the poorest nations. Johnson has already called on G7 leaders to commit to vaccinate the entire world by the end of 2022, and the group is expected to pledge 1 billion doses during the 3-day summit in the English seaside resort of Carbis Bay. And Thailand has signed a purchase order for 20 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine developed by Pfizer and BioNTech to be delivered by the end of this year, its health minister stated. Details of the due delivery timeframe and the vaccine's approval by the Food and Drug Administration would be worked out in about a month. Thai Health Minister Austin said on Thursday. Thailand also planned to buy 5 million doses of Johnson & Johnson's single-shot vaccine within this year. And according to experts, regular and strenuous exercise increases the risk of motor neuron disease in people who are genetically vulnerable. The team at the University of Sheffield said nobody should stop exercising as a result of their study, but they hope the findings could lead to ways of screening people who may be at higher risk and give tailored advice. Also, a study has shown that people who drink a lot of caffeine have a higher risk of glaucoma, but only if their genes already make them susceptible to the eye disease. People with a parent or sibling diagnosed with glaucoma should consider limiting caffeine to the amount in 2 cups of coffee a day, says Louise, a professor at Mount Sinai Health System in New York City. And that is Health 54 right here on your digital first Pan-African News Network, TOS Television. For more updates, visit www.tostelevision.network.com. Do follow and like TOS Television on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. Do stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. Remember, health is wealth. So till I come your way again, do stay healthy. I am Rose Audu, and many thanks for watching.